Yes, I know what you're thinking. Why is there a hole in your hood and how come it turned red? Well, there was a guy online that was like, "Oh, I want a stock deck lid without a wing because he had a turboed car." And I'm like, "Well, I want the wing off of a turboed car." So I went and found a white Legacy, took the deck lid and hood, and traded him the deck lid and hood. And I got this hood, which isn't perfect. It's like has a crease right there, and it's has like a crack right there, an old dent here, and I do have the scoop for it. But last night I was messing with it, broke one of the screw nut things off, and fixed it and forgot to bring it with me. The deck lid is being painted because I wanted it to match the car, or at least as close as it could. The hood, though, we're going to do a little bit something different about the hood because red just feels weird. And yeah, I know, let's ignore that. But the red just seems a little odd. So I thought I could either go about it two ways. Plasticoat or Plastidip or yeah, peel coat, I think is what the other word for it is, or vinyl wrap. And I'm like, well, I don't have the wrap to do it, but $5 a can for Plastidip. We're gonna see how bad I can make it. Also, I put the original grill in because with the scoop and the open, it just looked really weird and I got tired of it. So let's get prepping. So we've got some old paint masker dealio stuff, and I'm just gonna outline everything pretty much. Up top, the fenders, the front. What I did on the fenders, you want to do a line of tape, just so I don't get any of the cracks or. Woo! Like so.
There's not a single day that passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Whoa. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want. But I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it. There's not a single day that passes, not even 1 minute can end up.
So, this stuff right here. I expect this to be amazing, to last like 15 to 20 years, to look like paint, to function like paint, and to be super shiny and have a depth to it. No. Let's be real for a minute. This, I'm guessing, will last about 3 to 6 months. I don't think that it's going to come out great, but that's what I'm here to find out. I know this was cheap, like $5 cheap, and I want to see, first time doing something like this. I want to see how it works. I don't expect it to look great. I don't expect it to function very good. I mean, on the front of the car, it's going to get hit with rocks. It's going to get hit with bugs. I'll have to wash it, and it'll probably peel off just by the pressure of a power washer. But I'm going to find that out. And I think this is a great way to try this. I know that Plastidip and stuff usually gets looked down upon because people overdo it a lot. But I know that there can be a big difference between this that you go buy at Walmart and an actual kit that someone that's a professional will do, like Low Car from Donut Media. That looked pretty good after they did it the second time. So, as a first timer doing this, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near what I kind of have in mind, but I'm not going to be angry if it does look bad. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get started.
I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Whoa. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want. But I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it all. I wish that you were here. I wish that you were here.
The first coat is terrible. It said go for about 50% coverage on the first one, and well, I should have bought 2 cans. Lessons learned. Looks like I'll have to go buy another can soon. This was the first can down. Needless to say, it's time to call in some backup. Now that we have a completely different product because, well, yeah. Let's see how they play together.
There's not a single day that passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Whoa. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want. But I know that life's...
Let's give this time to set. I'm not putting on any more. You can probably tell that it doesn't look great. And as soon as this dries, which should be about 2 hours, we're going to take all the other crap off and then see how it looks in the sunlight.
always have it all. I wish that you were here. 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 There's not a single day that passes, not even 1 minute can end up. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me.
Let me start by saying the color doesn't look too bad. It does look, however, though, you can see the spots where I touched it up, but that's not completely cured yet, so it might go away a little bit more. It's definitely not really a gloss finish. It's more like satin. And I don't know why exactly, but there's so many dimples up front, and I assume that's partially where the rock chips were, and who knows, I'm not sure why it did that exactly, but it did. is mostly dry to the touch, but I'm still thinking that this is cured and that's just able to handle and that it will settle itself out. Let's go look at it in the sunlight. As I said, I don't have the scoop with me, but let's take it outside. So out here in the sun, you know, if you're looking at it in the sunlight, you can tell. If it's kind of in the shade, you can't. It's definitely a 10-footer, but you can still see the little divots in it and stuff. But I mean, I think that this deserves a redo. So we're gonna end the video off there. And I wanna say a couple things. I don't think a black hood looks bad on it, but just being the circumstances of everything that happened, this is not what's going to stay, obviously. The different coloration was because I went back over it once or twice. Yeah, my bad. But I did learn a couple things. The duplicolor did not really like the other uh, kind, except it did kind of work. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but it worked. The other thing is, I'm a terrible painter. I wouldn't say terrible. I'm not a great painter. I mean, yeah. I also learned that if you're going to go over it again, you can't keep. You gotta do the entire. You gotta do the entire thing. You can't, do spots of it. So, I think either this will turn into a painted black hood, or I'll peel this off and either retry it. Let me know what you guys think. I will admit when I did something a little wrong, and this was one of them. But I mean, I can peel it off. It's whatever. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna, drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. So, thank you. Have a great one.